This is the brand new 2027 Kia Telluride and the SX Prestige model. Today we are at Gay Family Kia here in Dickinson, Texas. Go see Dylan if you want to know more about the vehicle. He would love to help you. Kia and Hyundai come with the best warranty there is on new vehicles. So let's get started. Today we have this glacier white pearl with the black accents, and it's absolutely gorgeous. You would think it's electric, but it's not. It's a hybrid. You do have the pop-out door handles. Moving up closer, here's the tires. Very nice. It is wrapped around with Kumho tires with the black rims. Very nice. The black accents all over the vehicle. Up here we do have the LED lighting with the new Kia badge. Gay Family Auto since 1948. You do have the front sensors up here, the LED lighting, and all the safety settings that this vehicle comes with, which we'll get to that more in a little bit. Very nice. I really like this vehicle. And it does look bigger than the existing Telluride, which is coming soon. Moving on to the back, you do have the Kia badge, the Gay Family Auto on the back. This is a HEV, which is a hybrid electric vehicle. And the 4X, this is all-wheel drive vehicle. The wipers tucked into the up top. And the release button to open the trunk is right underneath the Kia logo. And the Telluride is spelled out like any other car nowadays. Remember, this is a 2027 vehicle, so it's brand spanking new right off the truck. I got the first dibs to video it, which I'm very proud of. So let's open the cargo space. Opening the cargo space, you do have the mats back here and the household outlet with you can lower the seats for the second row right here. Very nice. And you do have some storage underneath this floorboard. And the seats are manual, which I was really surprised to see. They're manual operated. So I was really surprised to see that on a 2027. But they do recline, however. Next up, closing the trunk, you do have the trunk release button and the auto off. We're just going to press the button and it'll close. There's the LED lighting. Next up, moving on to the back seat, which that's where all your kids and stuff will go anyway. So I always start SUVs with the back seat and minivans because that's the funnest part to be, mainly. Moving on to the back, we're going to start off with the very back today, the third row, but first step is accessing the third row. It's very easy. So if you're a little kid, you'll press this button right here. You press it, and it folds up and does it all on its own. It gives you full access to the third row. In the third row, you do have rear cup holders, the USB-A's on both sides, and the seat belts, of course. This vehicle does fit 7. And then you do have the rear AC back here as well. And if you're an adult, you can press it right here and it will do the same button. It's the same button to move the seat up to access the third row. Back here you do have captain chairs in the second row. So on the second row you do have the sunshades, the heating seats, the cooled seats, and this little button right here. So this is really interesting. It will light up orange if a car is to the side, so that way you won't open the door, and it will not let you open the door if a car is to the side, which is very nice. That way you don't jam your door on somebody else's vehicle, which is very, very smart Kia. Good thinking. You do have the carpet back here, and it's very nice as well. You do have the cup holders right there. And then you do have a storage container right here. Ta-da! Very nice. And if you're wondering where's the USB-Cs, they're on the back of the seats. Very nice. And you do have the sound system, top of the line sound system on this one. And your seatbelt latches automatically light up. So if you can't see them in the dark, they're awesome. Here's your air conditioning. And you have a rear sunroof back here to cover the third row and the second row. Next up, moving on to the front. Moving on to the front, we're going to start off with the driver's door panel. You do have the heated steering wheel right here, the massaging seats, very nice. The cooling seats, the heated seats, and the memory seats. You can exit the vehicle by pressing this back. You do have your window lock. All your windows are automatic, one touch of a button up and down. And you do have the lock and unlock, and your mirrors fold in. Very nice. You have your mirror keypad as well on this side. Next up, you do have the buttons right here, so the electronic parking brake. Now it'll turn on automatically, but you do have to have the button to turn it on as well. Your trunk hold release button, and your gas, where you open to put gas in it. And you do have your tow, as well as so you can tow with this vehicle. We'll get to the pounds in a little bit, and you do have the traction control. There's your fuse box. Very nice. I'm impressed with this car so far. You do have the automatic seat controls. You do have 10-way of seating up here. So the first two is you can do your lumbar adjustment and your foot well adjustment. That's really fancy. You can move the seat back and forward, of course. You can raise the seat up, and you can raise it up forward and backwards. And you do have your lumbar adjustment. That's very nice. Your steering wheel is electronic, so it will move forward, backwards, tilt, and all that for automatically, which is very nice. Next up, moving on to the interior. So we're going to get deep into the interior because this is a full review. Next up, moving on to the steering wheel. You do have the cruise control, adaptive cruise control, obviously. And your gap display with your self-driving. So it does self-drive itself automatically. And this is what this camera right here is for, to make sure that you're awake. And then you do have the display. You can scroll through the display. And you can go like this, this, and this. And then you can also scroll through that. And then the horn is pretty loud. I'm not going to push it. You do have your drive modes, your sport. You put it in sport and it changes to red, my drive, and then eco. And it changes the ambient lighting color as well. That's really cool. You do have the automatic headlights, turn signal, and your automatic windshield wipers, rain sensing windshield wipers, automatic. Turn on your turn signal to the left. The cameras will turn on. This is a feature that I absolutely love from Hyundai and Kia. All the Kias and Hyundais mainly do this, except if it's the base model it won't, but most of the tie-in models will. It's very smart, very intelligent Very nice. I love the feature. You do have on this side, you have the mode, the say a command, the star, which is your favorites, and the call. You can turn the volume up on this side. Next up, to the right of your steering wheel, you do have your gear shifter with your engine start stop. So to flip it in gear, what you do is you press on the brake, obviously, and you push forward to be in drive, neutral's in the middle, and backwards to push in reverse. And then you press the button at the very end to be in park. And then to turn it off, you just press this one touch of a button, but we're not ready to turn it off yet. So you have screens everywhere in this car, just about, in the front. You do have your display, your temperature control button, and your AC. And then you do have your touchscreen, obviously. And then you do have your heads-up display, which is also a screen. Plus, you do have your mirror. So that's 5 screens just up front. Very nice. Alright, now moving on to the big screen, the infotainment screen. You do have your hybrid, which your hybrid mode shows you the hybrid stuff, like the electric motor used, the fuel economy, the kilowatts, and it shows you what the battery's at. You do have your phone. You can connect your phone. And plus you do have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You do have your phone projection. You can watch YouTube. And then you can play video games on here, which you have to set the vehicle up to do that as well. And then you do have your setup, which we'll get more deep into that in just a little bit. Your weather, your sports, your valet mode, and your connected garage, so you can set it up to your garage door. You do have your vehicle diagnostics and your service maintenance, as well as your HD radio data, your notifications, and your online manual. Next up, we're going to go up to setup, and we're going to go through the settings of the vehicle. You do have your vehicle. That gives you your driver assist technology, your drive mode, your eco vehicle, your climate, your seats, and your lights, and your door, and your digital keys. All cars from Kia and Hyundai, just about the newer ones, come with digital keys, which is very nice. And your convenience. We're going to start off with convenience. So you do have your digital key. First in convenience, you have your rear occupant alert. So that means if you leave a child in the car, it'll remind you. It senses the weight on the seat, and it also puts an alert as soon as you turn it off on the display. Hey, don't forget you have somebody in the back, or whatever you set it to. You have your digital keys. You have your door. It does lock automatically. It automatically unlocks. Power lift gate. You can adjust how the lift gate opens, like fast or normal. And then also, so Kia and Hyundai don't have the lift gate where you can just kick your foot underneath and open the lift gate. No. So you do have to stand there for a few seconds with your key, and you have to have the setting on, and it will sense your key and it will open the trunk. And then it also closes when you're no longer nearby. So you have your lift gate auto close, which is, it closes whenever you're no longer nearby, whenever you take the key away, which is very nice. Never seen that in a car before. You do have your ambient lighting, your turn signal. You can change how much your one-touch turn signal is, which I've never seen that either. You can turn it to 3 flashes. You can turn it to 5 and 7. And also, you can turn it off. You do have the welcome mirror light and the driver approach, the lighting patterns and all the lights. Okay, then you do have the seats. So you do have the save driver's seats warmer and ventilation settings. So that will save the driver. So if you have the heated seats on, for example, and you leave and turn the car off and come back an hour later, say if you're in the grocery store in Walmart or something, you come back and it will turn your heated seats back on for you. You do have the seating easy access, so it'll move everything away so that way you can access the vehicle, get in automatically, and you can get out on your timing. You do have the comfort stretch activity, the smart support, and the Argo motion seat. You have your climate, and you have your eco mode. You can change that. Your drive modes and your driver assist. So these are all the safety features that you have, which is wonderful. You have your driver's convenient. So you do have your smart cruise control. Your highway driving assist, which it will drive automatically on the button that I showed you earlier. And the highway lane change assist, so it'll automatically change lanes for you whenever the turn signal on. That's very nice. I've never seen that in a car before either. So they're getting smarter and smarter about this. You do have your driving safety. This is all your forwards convenience. Your parking safety. Your cross traffic alert and all that. Your driver attention warning and your speed limit. Next up, you do have the door. And we went through that already. So yeah, that's everything on the touchscreen. I will show you your camera, your backup cameras and your cameras. You do have your front camera right here. And then you do have your backup camera. You do have your 360 as well, which is very nice. And that's your settings for your backup camera. Very nice. And then carrier. So carrier mode it's something new for Kia as well. So turn on carrier setting if a bike or carrier or other equipment is mounted on the rear of the vehicle. So it'll do that for you as well. You do have your touchscreen buttons over here. It's like home, map. Very nice. Search, media, setup, favorites. Then down here you do have your volume control. Your air vents that go across the vehicle, which is nice. Your temperature. You can control it manually as well. USB-A's and 2 wireless charging pads, as well as your hazards, and it will light up like a BMW does and all the nice vehicles do. So that's new. You do have your auto hold down here, your traction control, your parking assist, and your parking sensors. Very nice. You do have a storage center right here, one of them. You push these buttons and the cup holders come out, which is nice. I love that feature. It's very cool. I could do that all day. And then you do have you can close it. Very nice. I really like how it looks. And then you do have open up your console, your center console, which is nice. Very nice vehicle. Next up, moving up here, you do have your camera, your garage door controls, so your rear view camera, that go through the seats. So like, for example, I can only see the seats out of the rear window and I can see very little. That shows you a camera. So if you have something that you're towing, you can see past it, which is very nice. And then you can brighten it, dim it. You can adjust it. Then you do have your sunglasses holder. Your Kia Connect, so like it's Blue Link and OnStar, like those, if you're familiar with General Motors and all that. You do have your lighting, all your lights, and then your driver light off, so whenever you open the doors. You do have your sunshade that opens back there, and you do have a sunshade up here with your sunroof that opens. Very nice. And then your back one opens as well, but you have to ask the driver politely. And it also does tilt. Very nice. Next up, I love how the roof is suede-y, so it's very soft. Then you do have your lighting control, your mirror, and your light. Very nice. There's your airbag controls. Next up, talking underneath the hood and talking pricing. Here's your window sticker. This is the 2027 Telluride SX Prestige all-wheel drive that I'm videoing today. You do have the glacier white pearl with the black leather interior. And here is all your features that comes with it. And then here's more features that manufactured added. Here's your gas mileage, so 30 to 32, which is pretty good gas mileage for this big of a vehicle. Again, this is a hybrid. And then here's your sticker price down here, $58,965. Very good price for this vehicle. It does offer a lot as well. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked it, please smash the thumbs up and tell me what you want me to review next. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day, and peace.